So a lot of people just kind of think that entrepreneurship is like some simple thing. You just declare yourself an entrepreneur, blah blah blah. I mean, I know a lot of people who are independently wealthy. Like, in other words, there's people that I think it's Tucker Carlson says, like, the wealthy white liberal woman is like the most dangerous person. Well, I also know the wealthy white liberal male who's also dangerous, where the wife is the breadwinner, making incredible money as the CEO of companies and CFOs and stuff. So you have a lot of kind of false entrepreneurs, but then the real entrepreneurship is super brutal. You're always putting out fires. You're never sure if you can pay your employees. You're making people wait. You're like, there's just so much pressure involved, and I think that pressure just makes you, it's like pressure makes a diamond, you know what I mean? The pressure it polishes off what you're doing, which you can't come back from. So then when you talk to somebody who's like, being super liberal and, just in the fantasy land, essentially, it's like it's hard to make sense of it. Like, I can't believe how just uninformed people are. I don't know what the word is. It's like, you got to get out there and fight. Like, you can't go on what the mainstream media tells you, or I'm from New York. Like, New York is just this little weird echo chamber. It's beautiful. I love New York. You're sitting on Roosevelt Island looking back at the city. It's gorgeous. It's super cool. There's all this energy. There's all this feeling and fight and white noise and stuff, and then it's peaceful at the same time. There's something really, really amazing about it. But that said, it's like, it doesn't operate like the rest of the world. It's not even part of the US, in my opinion. It's its own little, it's literally an island. And it's on an island emotionally and spiritually and, linguistically and politically and everythingly. So it's like, just let that be, but understand that, if you travel the world's really different. And, if you travel the country's really different. Come to the Southeast is like a completely different animal, so I think when New Yorkers look down on it, when white liberals look down on it, I think it's ridiculous, basically. So I don't understand it. And I think once you run a business, you just become, it's not that I'm trying to make political points. I'm just trying to make common sense fucking, let's have competition and let's let capitalism run things. Let's not fucking regulate the shit out of everything, and let's not be fucking communists, and let's not fuck each other over with, this do good into submission bullshit. Like, you have to watch what you say, so you get surveilled into complete compliance. It's ridiculous. It's no way to live. You want freedom. The country was built on freedom. New York fought in the fucking Revolutionary War. Like, it's not like it was some pussy fucking place that was just like, don't hurt my feelings, so fuck that. Ridiculous. And I think what's kind of crazy is, I think most of my liberal friends think that, like, the conservative side is racist and fucking Nazi and stuff, and like, it couldn't be further from the truth. Like, when you're in the Southeast and you're dealing with conservatives, people are so nice, they are so accommodating, they are so open to you being from different races. It's like, just the whole thing is just about, do you encroach on my freedom, and do you allow me to do my business, And if you do, you're part of the club. Like, there's no big conspiracy or anything. Like, I just don't understand. Like, I had, a friend who's, talking about Trump breaking bread with Nazis and stuff. Like, I don't know what the fuck these people are talking about. Now a couple friends are saying, if Trump's president, it's gonna destroy democracy. He already was president. Didn't fuck up democracy at all. All it did was lead to a backlash that got us Biden, who's the worst president ever. Can't make a fucking sentence, has no cognitive abilities. Like, it's ridiculous that you can justify a leader having no cognitive abilities. It doesn't make any fucking sense. You wouldn't ask that person to be your school teacher. You wouldn't ask that person to be anything. Could never run a company. None of Congress could run a company, and that's crazy. Like, nobody's battle tested, and that just drives me nuts. I feel like it's like just all the wrong people running things, and it really makes me sick. If you read The Curse of the High IQ, you'll kind of see how democracy is built to fail in a lot of ways. It's just built for the dumb, and it's built for the average, and it's not built for the exceptional. And the exceptional is what drives this country so well. American exceptionalism is what's so amazing about this country. I've traveled the world. American exceptionalism is real. It's a real real thing. And also the ability to take nothing and turn it into something in America is amazing. You know, there's no caste system. There's no you have to already have money. It's really sky's the limit. You can dream it up, you can build it, you can do it. And that's something so powerful about that. But you know, if you listen to the communists, you listen to the Democrats, they'll tell you it's not possible. It's all racially fucking clouded, and you know there should be reparations, and gotta promote transgenderism, which is just a tiny little fucking micro fraction of the society, and nobody's not fucking accepting them. I always tell the story. We had a transgender friend when I was a little kid in the 70s. Nobody gave a fuck. He grew up fine. It's like not a big deal at all. It's super successful. Like, what the fuck? Create problems out of nothing. So anyway, it's all big pharma just cracking down on you. So just, if you have discipline and you run your own business and you do carnivore diet and you start to see behind the mirror, man, there's no coming back, and that's my point. So I've always been an outlier. If you read Jim Thompson's book, you know, you see that outliers, once you go behind the mirror, you really can't come back, and you got to be careful psychologically, because I think you can end up in a really lonely place. So that's kind of where I am, but I'm lucky because I do have my crew who they're also outliers, you know. So that's what I have to rely on. And just when I'm kind of like I can't understand people, I mean, that's just the nature of the beast, you know. They're more basic, and I see things they don't get to see, so I should just be grateful for that. I should just be grateful that my perspective is what it is. I get to see a lot of stuff. You know, I get to see people struggle, I get to see people succeed, I get to see people from all backgrounds succeed, people from all backgrounds fail. So it's you know, it's quite a lesson in the school of hard knocks, and I think it's kind of irreplaceable. But unfortunately, I think a lot of the world is really stupid, and it's just like this woke mind virus is fucked. People are so brainwashed by the mainstream media and by what they think they're supposed to be thinking. It's crazy to be brainwashed by what you think you're supposed to be thinking and not be able to think. That is just mind-boggling, but that's the situation.